to it, man. The week that was in NBA. Let's go over the games that were played during the week and give you a good standing on what's going on with the standings and stuff like that. That's what this live feed is all about. Every Sunday afternoon, for the most part, I've been doing it on this during this time, this hour, almost 2 o'clock, but I'm kind of late, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's get into it, man. We're gonna start with first and foremost last Sunday's games where the Thunder beat the Nuggets 127 to 103. A statement win between the two top teams in the Western Conference during that time. Top two teams in the Western Conference, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this guy's gonna win the MVP. You gotta give him the MVP. The things that he has done, then you have to make him the MVP of the league. 40 points last week, last afternoon, last Sunday afternoon, winning 127-103 was in favor of OKC, and Gilgeous-Alexander had 40 points. What a dominant performance by him. So give credit where it's due. This team is just playing at a high level right now, and that's the thing you gotta look at. Look at the OKC Thunder. Can they win a championship? The way they've been playing all year consistently, can they win the championship? That's what it goes down to. They had won their 7 straight, improving to 53-11, and that's what it's all about. This team made a statement, and they did in grand fashion. 127-103 was the final score in that game. Other games that stood out last Sunday, the Cavaliers, red hot. They still red hot. They're playing right now. They're trying to go for their 17th consecutive win. In this game against the Bucks, a pretty good team. The Cavaliers won 112-100. They won in 14 straight, led by Max Strus of all people, 17 points. So they had a well-balanced attack. They was able to win that game and dominate. The question is with the Cavaliers, can they win 70 games at the rate they're playing right now? That's the thing that stood out with that matchup. So keep it going. The Timberwolves are playing red hot basketball. They beat the Timberwolves. Timberwolves beat the Spurs 141 to 124 to make it their 5th consecutive win. Last Sunday, as the Timberwolves beat the Spurs 141 to 124, 5th straight win for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards had 25 points. Excellent performance by him. Give him credit. So that's how things went down last week, as far as last Sunday's games are concerned. Well, the game stood out last week. I think that's basically it. All right, so let's skip over to Monday, March the 10th. The Hawks beat the 76ers. Now, that's not, let's skip that. That's not a big deal. Sixers not going nowhere. Other games stood out on Monday. The Rockets beat the Magic 97-84. Jabari Smith Jr. had 20 points, had 5 3-point shots. So Houston improved to 40-25 with that win. And he was able to get the job done in that matchup. So those are games that was played on Monday, March 10th. The Nuggets beat the Thunder in back-to-back matchups between these two teams. They won 140 to 127. Nikola Jokic almost had a triple-double, 35 points, 18 rebounds, 8 assists, as they beat the Thunder in their place. So that was a big-time win for them. Let's keep moving. Well, the game stood out on Monday. I think that's basically it. All right, so let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday's matchups. What happened on Tuesday? Tuesday, the Cavaliers won again. Consecutive, what, that was their 15th straight? Yeah, as Darius Garland had 18 of his 30 points in the fourth quarter as they won 109 to 104. That matched the longest winning streak in franchise history. They beat the Nets as they continue their winning ways, 109, 104. That was on Tuesday. Wait, let's move on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, this was a major statement game for the Thunder. They beat the Celtics in Boston by a score of 118 to 112. That was a big time win for the OKC Thunder. Went on the road, and also they clinched the playoff berth in the process, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 34 points. Chet Holmgren had 23 points and 15 rebounds, clinching a playoff berth in the process. That's a big time win for them. And now they have a playoff berth under their belt. So now see how they handle being in the playoffs once the playoffs start. That was a big time win for them. They were in control of this game. They scored the first 9 points of the game, and they led by 12 in the third. Boston made their run. They was able to tie at 88, but the game tied 98 in the fourth quarter. The Thunder ran off 8 straight points and pulled away and won the game. It's no better than that. So give credit where it's due to OKC Thunder, showing why you are for real. They are truly a big time contender for the title. They just got to do it in the playoffs. And the Timberwolves are playing red hot basketball. They beat the Denver Nuggets 115 to 95. That's their third win during the regular season against the Nuggets. It's impressive. So they was able to win their third straight win of the season against them in head-to-head matchups. And they was able to win 115 to 95, led by Anthony Edwards' 29 points. Julius Randle had 25 points to increase their winning streak to 6 games in a row. So big time win for them. Then next we're gonna go to Thursday. Thursday's game. You had the Bucks beat the Lakers again. LeBron James is out. I did see somewhere that looked like he's gonna be out another week due to the groin injury. The Bucks beat the Lakers 126 to 106. Another team that's playing well is the Warriors. The Warriors are playing very well. Very good basketball. Right. Friday, you had the Clippers beat the Hawks 121-98. The Cavaliers set a record. They set the record, a franchise record of 16 consecutive wins in a row in the franchise. Evan Mobley had 22 points, 11 rebounds, and Darius Garland had 20 points and 9 assists. They beat a quality team in Memphis on the road, 133 to 124. I don't think Donovan Mitchell played in this game. I think he's dealing with a groin injury. Yeah, left groin soreness. He was out. But they continue to play at a high level, despite John Morant scoring 44 points the season high. It wasn't good enough. They was able to win. Cleveland, 133-124. Give him credit. Okay. Timberwolves again. They got the winning ways again. Was on display again. They won 118 to 111 as Anthony Edwards had 28 points and 7 straight victory. So big time win for the Timberwolves. Nuggets beat the Lakers 131 to 126. Now we go to yesterday's games. The Celtics won 115 to 113. Porzingis came back after illness, 8 games absence, 24 points, handled his business. They won by 2 points against the Nets. Tim had 20 points. Porzingis had 24 points. Pritchard, man, that dude may be the 6th man of the year. And he did it again, coming up with a big game, coming off the bench. Got 22 points, 5 3-point shots. Did his thing. Another notable game is the Thunder beat the Pistons. Again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, is amazing. He's a scoring machine. He's like he can't be stopped, can't be guarded. He's always scoring at least 30. He's leading the league in scoring. He's going to win a scoring title. Nobody's going to take that from me. He was at 48 points last night against the Pistons as they improved to 55-12. But the story of this game was J.B. Bickerstaff, the coach of the Pistons. He was disappointed, disgusted with the officiating. He didn't like the officiating. But still, I was in at 17 of 26 from the floor. He shot that well from the field, 6 assists, 3 steals. They won a ninth game and ninth game. In the last 10 games, they won 9 out of 10. 4 3-point shots and 6 3-point attempts. Isaiah Harden had 12 points and 10 rebounds. Cason Wallace added 20 points. Another storyline for this game was Detroit's Cade Cunningham, their best player, was ejected for arguing with the calls in the third quarter. He only had 11 points. But a big win for this team, OKC, and the Benz against the Eastern Conference. Yeah, the Pistons were called for 5 technical fouls in the third quarter. I mean, that was like the key moment of the game. It went from 11-point lead to a 15-point lead. Oklahoma City had a 7-2 edge on the offensive glass. They did great on the defensive end, forcing 11 turnovers and only committing 7. So the Thunder will play in Milwaukee today. So big win for the Thunder. Well, no game stuff. The Bucks beat the Pacers 126-118. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 34 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. It was a big game between these two teams, two winning teams, trying to vie for a certain spot for a seeding in a playoff spot. Yeah, this is a battle between like 4th and 5th place. So Damian Lillard had 25 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, as they took a 1-game lead over Indiana in the race for the 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings, home court advantage in the first round of playoffs. Also, the Bucks went 3-1 against the Pacers this season. Will own a head-to-head tiebreaker if they end up with the same record. The key stat was Milwaukee shot 54.4% to help the Bucks withstand 15 turnovers. Last 2 games to talk about. The Golden State Warriors are red hot right now. Stephen Curry continues to make history. He had 28 points last night. He had 7 rebounds and 5 assists 2 days after becoming the first player in NBA to have 4,000 3-point shots. And the day after turning 37. So he still has it despite his age. Also, Steve Kerr became the Warriors' regular season victory leader. Or as a coach, he passed Hall of Famer Al Attles with his 558th victory in his 11th season. He's recognized by that after the game. So the Golden State Warriors are playing well. They're playing very, very well. Despite not having Klay Thompson on this team, they continue to play well. Jimmy Buck definitely has made a difference, but this Curry guy still has it, man. He's still doing it. He's still doing it. And I think when you look at this team, they won 7 straight and at home, and they're 12th in 13 games. I mean, Butler didn't do that much. He only had 11.7 assists, 6 rebounds, so he's kind of like a facilitator. But with him and on his team, they're 14-2 on his team. Since his debut on February 8th, he's 14-1 in games he has played. They're 14-1. When he's in the lineup, they win. So give credit where it's due to this team. This Golden State Warriors team looked like they was going to be out of the playoff race. Now they're in the playoff race. They're deep in the playoff race. So the Warriors are looking very, very good. Well, a shocker last night with the Nuggets. The Nuggets lost to the Wizards. Maybe they took Washington for granted. Washington's not that good. They're 15-51. Jordan Poole hit a 3-point shot with 2.1 seconds to go. 126-123. Unbelievable. Despite the 40-point game by Nikola Jokic, see if he almost had, did he have a triple-double? He had 13 rebounds. How many assists did he have? He's always close to having triple-double all the time. He came 1 assist away from having triple-double. So he had 9 assists, 13 rebounds, and 40 points. But they lost last night to the Washington Wizards. Right, so that's it for that. So let's look at today's games. What's going on right now? It's halftime between the Mavericks and the 76ers, 68-64 at halftime. The Cleveland Cavaliers are trying to make it 18 straight. They currently lead 57-47, 2.9 seconds to go in the first half. They're about to go to halftime. I mean, this team, Cleveland's amazing, man. They're looking good. They got to do it in the playoffs. That's obvious. You got to make it happen in the playoffs. This team's won 16 in a row. They're trying to make it 17 straight. They're like Boston. They clinched the playoff spot. They're in the playoffs. So Cleveland's in the playoffs. Boston's in the playoffs. OKC's in the playoffs. So it's all Mac, man. Cleveland's going to be the number 1 seed. Boston's going to be the number 2 seed. Barring some slump. Knicks going to be probably in the 3 spot. Milwaukee and Indiana going to be in the 4 and 5 spot. The 7th spot is going to be Atlanta. Orlando got the 8th spot. See what happens with that. OKC at the top right now. But look at Houston, man. Houston's playing well. They won 6 straight. They 43-25. So they got the same record as Denver, but they got the tiebreaker, you can say, because Denver's number 3. Memphis is number 4. Lakers are 5. The Golden State Warriors, man, they're playing well. They won 7 in a row. They can go probably to the 5th spot. They're 39-28. Minnesota's 39-29. Clippers are 37-30. Sacramento's 33-33. They're looking good right now. Golden State. And Minnesota's looking great. So Minnesota and Golden State are playing hot basketball. And Houston's playing hot basketball with the winning streaks that they have. So that's a big time conference right now with the teams that are playing well right now. This is the time where you got to play well. You got to play well at this time of year when everything's on the line. You're trying to gear up for the playoffs. Okay. Let's get into the stats. Statistics. Obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is leading the league in scoring, 33 points a game. No surprise there. Trae Young is the top assist man, 11.5 assists. Steph Curry, no surprise there. Number 1 in 3-pointers made, 4.4. Sabonis is number 1, 14.1 for Domantas Sabonis. He's number 1 in rebounding. Kessler is number 1 shot blocker for Utah, 2.5. And Dyson Daniels is leading the league in steals. Dyson Daniels leading in steals. 3 steals a game. All right, so that's it, man. That's all that needs to be said about that with the stats. For his player stats, let's get to his team stats. Cleveland's leading the league in scoring, 122.8. Denver Nuggets is number 1 in field goal percentage, 50.7. Points differential, Oklahoma City is number 1, 12.3 plus 12.3. Orlando is leading the league in points allowed, 106 points a game. And Houston Rockets is leading the league in rebounding, 48.6 a game. And Orlando Magic, 6.1 blocks a game. So that's it for that. All right, so that's it for today, for the week that was in NBA. Again, I saw something with LeBron James. I think he's going to be out for another week. Yeah, it says right here, according to the Bleacher Report, LeBron James will be out at least 1 more week with injury after first on-court workout. So you're going to miss at least 1 more week. He worked out on the court for the first time since he suffered his groin injury. So you're going to miss another week. All right, so that's it for today. That's it for the day, for the week that was in NBA. I'll be back tomorrow for the classic books with Rashad Mitchell. I'll get to the Word of God, the book of Ezekiel. See what chapter I got left off with on Friday. Okay, chapter 22, 23, and 24. That's going to be the next chapter that I'll be reading from. Chapters I'll be reading from the book of Ezekiel, Life and Spirit Study Bible. And from the March Madness book, it'll be 1942. I think that's going to be the 1942. Let's check. 1942. Stanford Cardinal. I'll be getting into that from that book. And that'll be it. So that's it for today, man. Until then, thanks for those who tuned in. and watch, and like, subscribe, whatever it is. If you did that, thank you. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.